Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today, I am going to be doing a little bit of a different type of video. One of my most oftenly asked questions is that your natural hair color? And no, it is not. I'm not naturally blonde. My hair is actually naturally dark brown, like borderline black. And a lot of people, when I tell them that, they don't really believe me. They're just kind of like, what? Like, your hair is not blonde? And no, I'm not naturally blonde. I just take very good care of my hair to make sure that it does look as healthy as possible and pretty much as natural as possible that you can possibly have with bleached hair or chemically processed hair. So yeah, for today, I just wanted to kind of show you guys some of the products and the treatments and all the techniques that I use to make sure that my hair stays nice and healthy, even though I do bleach it. So first things first that I just want to kind of disclaim is that even though I said I try and keep my hair as healthy as possible, it still isn't like the healthiest hair in the world. The only way that you can possibly have the healthiest hair is if you have virgin hair, something you've never like used heat with before, something you've never added chemicals on top of. So my hair still isn't perfect, but I'd like to say that for having chemically processed hair with bleach that it is still pretty good, and I like to try and keep the integrity of it as much as possible. So yeah, so first things first that I always do is I always get trims just to make sure. I usually get trims about, I'd say like once every 3 months. I don't really believe in the whole I think it's like every month or so, or it's like every off month or something where you get a trim. And I don't think you really need to do that unless you really feel like you have that much breakage. In that case, then yeah, you definitely want to do that. But for me, just because I do make sure that my hair stays healthy all the time, I just kind of do it like every once in a while up until I just kind of, you can kind of tell like when you need a trim, to be honest. When you look at your hair, if you look at the ends, if you see anything that's actually sticking up, that's breakage. So you can actually really just tell. And for me right now, I'm actually going to get a trim next week because I do have a little bit right now. So that's how you can kind of tell if you need a trim or not. And then another thing is that if you're watching this and if you are planning to go blonde, you're not blonde yet, it is a process. I didn't turn blonde the first time. I didn't turn blonde the second time either. I didn't turn blonde until about, I'd say like 3.5 times of bleaching my hair. And I say the half because I had done just bleach for a little bit, and then my hairstylist toned me to make sure that it actually went blonde. So it is a process, so don't be expecting big results the first time. Your hair will look like a little bit funny the first time, but you just really have to push through it and just know that it will look better over time. You just have to trust your hairstylist. First thing that I do use on my hair is I use coconut oil, and yes, I do use this much all the time. So pretty much the way that I like to use coconut oil is I use about 2 tablespoons and I heat it up in the microwave. Hot oil treatments actually are really good for your hair. Oh my god, that was my cat. Okay, so anyways, I use about 2 tablespoons of it each time, and I just put it in the microwave and I heat it up, and I basically try and apply it to the ends of my hair, and then I just kind of run it through with my fingers like this, and I really like to maintain it on the ends. I used to put it actually up to my root, but then I found that it would just make my roots too oily, and I would actually have to wash my hair twice to get it all out, which is so bad for your hair. It strips your hair of so many oils and everything, and you just don't want to do that. So pretty much I just do it all throughout the ends and everything, and that's where all my damage usually is the most anyways. So I like to just place it all through there, and then I usually put a shower cap over my head and I let it sit for about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the time that I have, and I just let it sit. Okay, and next up is what I actually wash my hair with. So this is from Matrix. This is their So Long Damage shampoo, and it's from their Total Results line. This is a salon brand, so my salon does use this, and that's where I got it from. But pretty much you can find this in Ulta. Ulta has most salon brands. They are going to be a little bit more expensive. My salon sells it cheaper because they're able to get it from like the suppliers and everything. But this one's really good. I find that it doesn't strip my hair of any essential oils. And one thing about shampoos that you do have to wash out for is they can strip your hair of your essential oils. So you just want to make sure that anything that's not going to be too like shampoo-y, if you want to refer to it as that, it's basically when a shampoo is it lathers too much and it gets too soapy and just too bubbly and everything. That's not good for your hair. So this one I don't have that problem with. It does lather, but not overly too much. So I think that this one is really good if you're looking for a good shampoo that is going to help protect your hair and just make sure that it feels nice and healthy and just, silky and soft, everything that we want our hair to be. I actually do use 2 different shampoos, and since I'm doing a hair care video for blonde hair, of course I have to include the purple shampoo that I use. So I mentioned that when I go to the salon that I do get toned, but toner does wear off, so you do want to make sure that you do have a purple shampoo to use. So purple shampoo is going to cancel out any brassy tones that the hair has. And when you are a faux blonde, you will always have a brassy tone. Because brown hair, especially if that's what you're going from, which is what I went from, it does have red undertones to it. So when you are putting bleach on top of that, it's really going to bring out an orangey hue, a brassy hue. So you want to make sure that you do have a good purple shampoo that is going to cancel out any of those brassy and yellow tones. So the one that I like to use, and I only use this once a week because purple shampoo, it doesn't matter what purple shampoo it is very drying to the hair, so you really have to be careful with it and only use it once a week just to make sure that you're just kind of freshening up your hair and the color of it and just making sure that it looks nice without overdoing it. So the one that I use, once again, is from Matrix Total Results line. This is the Brass Off one, though. I don't use a conditioner with it. I just use the So Long Damage conditioner, which I'll show you in a sec. But that's the conditioner that I use. I don't really use like a purple conditioner with it. I find that they don't really work. It doesn't do much. It's pretty much all the purple shampoo itself. So this is just the one that I use. So basically it will just cancel out any brassy and yellow hues in my hair. And then, like I said, this is just the conditioner that I use. So same thing, it goes with the Matrix line. This is just the matching conditioner to the So Long Damage shampoo. And then one thing that is also very essential too is using a deep conditioning treatment to your hair. Same thing as the purple shampoo, only use it once a week because deep conditioners, they add protein to your hair. And too much protein is just not good for your hair. So if you are overdoing it, then your hair will actually not really be able to hold on to any color or any style. If you're trying to make your hair a different color, if you're trying to, trying to curl your hair or something, generally it just won't be able to retain that. So only use it once a week. That way you'll be able to still have malleable hair. That way you can do stuff with it. So the deep conditioner that I use, which is amazing, I can't recommend this enough to somebody who really wants to make sure that their hair is nice and healthy, this is the Reconstructive K-Pack. This is from Joico. So I have the small size right now because my Ulta has been out of it, the full size of it, for a while now. So I've just kind of been surviving off these guys, but it's really amazing. One thing about my hair in particular that I went through when I first bleached my hair is that your hair has cuticles. Just like our nails, it has cuticles. So what the cuticles will do is that they make sure that the hair is able to accept color, and you can actually see when your cuticle is blown because that's when you have breakage and everything. If your hair is breaking off, that generally means that your cuticle has been blown. So the way to get rid of that or make sure that the cuticle is all healed is you really have to make sure that you're, number one, getting trims. That's, like I mentioned earlier, if you feel like you have more damaged hair, then yeah, you definitely need to cut it off. Otherwise, your hair is going to break off, and that's so much worse for your hair than just cutting it off. Because cutting it's healthy. That's the healthy way to go about it, of taking your hair off, but just letting it break off is not the way to go about it. So I really do suggest the K-Packs because they will actually help seal your cuticle, and they'll be adding protein to your hair. That way it'll really just help it stay nice and healthy and just manageable. So yeah, this is the K-Packs. So you can find this at Ulta, or if your salon has it, they could probably order it for you if you just ask, but I really do suggest the K-Pack. And for my leave-in treatments, I do use quite a lot for my leave-in treatments. The first thing that I do use, this is from BioSilk. This is one of the most amazing products. I've been using this probably since I ever did anything with my hair, which was when I was probably like 12 or 13. That's when I started kind of like just doing color to my hair and everything. I had my, little scene phase and everything. So this was one of the first things that I had ever used on my hair, and I've been using it ever since. It really does work. It is an oil treatment. You only need to use a little bit, about a dime size amount, and it really goes a long way. It just makes your hair so silky smooth. I can't emphasize that enough. So it really just adds shine, and it adds the softness to the hair. So I really recommend this. This is the BioSilk treatment. Next thing, because I love Matrix, that's just what I always use on my hair. Once again, from the Total Results line, this goes with the purple shampoo. It's part of the Brass Off collection. So this one is a leave-in treatment, like I was mentioning before with the cuticles. It'll help seal the cuticles, and then this one will also soften, it smooths, and it protects the hair. So this one also will help protect against heat damage. I think it protects against like 450 degrees. So, it's good if you use a lot of heat on your hair, which I don't always recommend if you have chemically processed hair. I pretty much only use heat on my hair, like overall heat on my hair, if I'm really going out or if I'm going to work or something like that where I need my hair to look really good and just, styled and everything. Otherwise, I know this doesn't really apply to every single person, but my hair is naturally straight, so I only really ever have to straighten it if it's on the ends. Otherwise, I just kind of leave the rest of it alone. It doesn't really get wavy or anything like that. It doesn't really have a whole lot of texture to it either. So I'm definitely lucky for that, but I know some of my other girls out there that they have definitely different textures of hair than I do, but really only use heat on it if you really feel like you have to, because heat damage can sometimes be more damage to your hair than even bleaching it, believe it or not, because heat damage just really fries our hair. It's just burning your hair pretty much. But yeah, so this one is from the Brass Off collection, like I said, matching to the purple shampoo that I use. This is just a really good leave-in treatment for blonde hair. Next up, this is from Redken. So this is just a spray treatment. If you've ever tried like It's a 10, this is kind of a similar version of that, but I just feel like it's better because It's a 10 is just 10 things that it does, while this one is actually 25 benefits. So this one, it says that it will condition, it nourishes, it improves manageability, it helps even out porous hair. It reduces dryness, it detangles, instant results, ideal cutting lotion, primes hair for styling, helps prevent breaking from brushing, safe for color treated hair, helps prevent heat damage, helps prevent split ends, helps seal in hair cuticles, safe for ombre hair, helps shield against external aggressors, gives a silky touch, adds smoothness, adds shine, helps control frizz, anti-static, controls flyaways, makes blow drying easier, style refresher, lightweight results. So it does a lot. So I just really spray this all throughout my hair, and it smells really good too. I really love the way that this smells, just so nice. It smells so fresh. I really like my hair products to smell really fresh. So this is just a really good spray treatment if you're kind of like on the go. Especially, you can just spray it in your hair really quick, and it does all those things to it. So this is the One United. This is the 21 benefits from Redken. And also, I do use a frizz dismiss because my hair does get very frizzy, especially when I am growing back hair from, breakage and everything. You do get the little flyaways and everything. So the frizz dismiss works really good for this. It's from Redken. It helps smooth and it'll help control the hair to make sure that everything just kind of stays in put without having to use hairspray, because you don't want to use a lot of hairspray on your hair either, just because it can really make the hair sticky and you can rip more hair out, believe it or not. Thing that I do use for my hair that's not a product but rather a tool is that I use a wet brush. So I suggest this for every single person, even if you don't really have color treated hair, because I would just suggest it for anybody, because basically regular brushes, if you are using a regular brush after you get out the shower, it's going to rip through your hair, and it actually causes more breakage because it gets stuck in the regular bristles, and those bristles will just kind of rip more hair out. And you'll kind of notice that as you look at the brush, is that it's kind of you're losing more hair. While if you use a wet brush, it's designed to use when you have wet hair. So this is the brush that I use. I use this every time when I get out the shower and want to brush my hair, because combing my hair just doesn't work because that it has been damaged. So you always want to make sure that you're using a wet brush. It just really pulls through it and makes it super soft. I even use it when my hair is not wet either. I just feel like it really does the trick. That way it's a lot softer on your hair and it doesn't give you more damage in the meantime. So yeah, that's pretty much what I use on my hair, and that is all the products and the techniques and the advice that I have for anybody who wants to go blonde or is already blonde, or you know what, if you just needed new products and recommendations and techniques to use on your hair just to make sure it does stay healthy, because sometimes hair, it is very complicated because some things don't always work, you know, with color treatments, and we're always trying to fix our hair. So I hope that this video does help you out and that you can find some good tips and tricks from this. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.